Hey everyone, it's Kayla with the Celebration Company, and I've got something fun for you today. But first, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. And also be sure to check me out on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram for a lot of other fun ideas just like this one. All right, to start this project, we are going to be using some thrift store spoons, and I'm just wiping them off with a baby wipe. These look in pretty good shape, so I'm not going to worry about sanding them or anything like that. I'm using three different napkins, three napkins that go together that I am going to like when I put all three of the spoons together. And what I'm doing is removing the backing on these napkins. This one right here was a little cantankerous, but you can use a piece of tape on one or both sides to kind of pull them apart. You want to make sure to remove all those layers so that you have just the top layer left. And this is going to make sure that when you Mod Podge them on, that the top layer is the one that actually adheres. I'm going to cut out the little stripe there. I'm just using the stripe and then the stars, and then I'll use the plaid. And I'm cutting off this little trim here because I want to use that later on all the spoons. So I'm just trying to decide where I want it positioned. I'm going to grab a little bit of Mod Podge on a pouncer, and I'm going to put Mod Podge just on that top surface of the front of the spoon. You can do just the inside, but I decided to do the whole kind of top area. And you just smooth it down very gently using your finger. Kind of start from the middle and work your way out to make sure that you don't get any wrinkles going on. And then because this one's a slotted spoon, I am using my files just kind of clean out those crevices a little bit so you can actually see the slots in there. And then I did decide to take this little trim piece that was around the napkin, and I'm just going to wrap it around the base of the spoon portion. And just kind of adds a little bit of extra something. So I'm going to repeat the same process with the other two napkins. Now, if you want to and you want more opaqueness to your napkin, you can always paint that spoon portion white so that your napkin comes out looking very bright white and red. I didn't want that look though because these two napkins didn't have quite the same aged and antique look as the first napkin, and I wanted them to all kind of coordinate together. So by not painting, I'm actually kind of muting those napkins a little bit so that they're not so bright and stark. So after I complete the same thing on all of them, I've sanded the excess off. I'm just taking that little trim piece and putting it at the base of the spoons. And I'm just using some Mod Podge for that and cutting the excess on the back and then just kind of smoothing that down. All right, I'm going to grab a little bit of burnt umber here onto a pouncer. I'm not using a ton, and we're just going to rub that around the edges. I rubbed it down the spoon handle a little bit as well, and this is just kind of age them a little further, make them look a little bit older. I am not looking for spoons that look brand new here. I'm looking for spoons that look kind of old and aged. So how you do this and whether or not you do this is up to you depending on what kind of look you are going for. But I just rubbed that all over those spoons, and that's basically all there is to it. I did decide to add a bow. You could also come back and add some Mod Podge to the spoon portion where you put the napkin to just kind of seal that off and make sure that that napkin is safe. But these are not meant to be used for actual use. They are meant for decorational purposes only, so they're not going to be safe and hold up against water. So that's all there is to it. I hope you all enjoyed this simple little craft, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye, everybody.